Okay, so trigonometry. Okay, this is not like a formal video, okay, kind of thing. Then normally they'll tell what a trigonometry means and all that. Okay, and a trigonometry means it is study of triangle basically. Triangle will have angles and sides and the related different properties. Okay, that's what it's called trigonometry. But it has a lot of extensions. Now we are not just dealing with triangle, frankly speaking. Trigonometry doesn't have much connection to triangle. Okay, it is something much more than that. First of all, how to measure the angle? That is the topic we have to discuss because later on we'll be talking about sine, cos, tan of those angles. Okay. Generally, I start with slightly different, asking people what is sine 30 degrees, cos 60 degrees, and then sine 120 and the sine 240 and all that. First of all, is my voice audible to everyone clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All right. Okay. Uh, Normally people think you take a right angle triangle and if this is theta and if the opposite side is x and this is y and this is some L, sin theta is x by L, cos theta is y by L and tan theta is x by y. Okay. These definitions are okay at the school level. Frankly, this is not the complete definition because the problem is if you want to talk about right angle triangle, your theta has to be between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. We will not be able to talk about sine 90 degrees. We will not be able to talk about sine 120 degrees, sine 150 degrees, sine 300 degrees, and all that. You may say I have formula sine 90 plus theta and all that. Okay, formulas how it came, that discussion is important. And there is nothing called all silver teacups and all. It's not the second quadrant, the cosine is negative or cosine is positive because first of all, you cannot talk about a right angle triangle if one angle is absolute. Okay, so this is not the complete definition. There is some other definition, and a subset of that is this definition is okay. All right. So till school level, this definition is good, but this is not complete definition. What the actual definition of sine, cos, and tan is, I'm talking about unit circle, but circle need not be one unit. We take a circle with this as the origin, and this I'll call it as initial ray. If you want, you can take positive x-axis. Whatever you want, sine any angle you want, rotate this by this much angle. You want sine 1000 degrees, rotate this by 1000 degrees. This is one unit. Whatever angle you want when you turn, the tip of that will have some coordinate, x coordinate and y coordinate. That x coordinate is called cos theta, and that y coordinate is called sin theta. And tan theta is definition is simply sin theta by cos theta whenever cos theta is not 0, which is the y by x. This is a definition. One may say, what if I don't take unit circle? No problem. If you take r, we'll just change the formula as x by r and y by r. If there is a circle where this is the initial ray with the radius r, whatever angle you want, turn that angle. You want opposite angle also you can turn, more than 180 you can turn. That point tip will have some coordinates x and y. This is theta. Measured in anti-clockwise direction will take positive. Cos theta is x by r and sin theta is y by r. Okay. And tan theta is y by x, sin theta by cos theta. If r is 1, you can go further. So this is the definition of sine and cos. With this, many formulas of trigonometry are very easy to understand and easy to derive or remember. Okay? We'll come back to this, but before that, we have to talk about these angles. Okay. So once again, I may repeat this, but I'm just giving an idea. Okay. So there are some standard words like a right angle, complete angle, or something like that. Okay. If you take a point and take some ray and measure this full angle, okay, there's a complete angle, some name for it is there. And if you draw one line and take this angle, there's some name for it. If you draw two perpendicular lines, okay, whatever the angle is, it 90 degrees or something else, depending on the how you measure, doesn't matter. There are two perpendicular lines, okay. that angle is called right angle. Right angle, complete angle, some point of all. Now, how different way of measuring, like in physics, you have FPS system, okay, MKS system. They're not studied units and dimensions after it, maybe because generally they teach at the end of trigonometry, okay. But you have some idea, okay. So degree, how they'll measure. Generally, we talk about degrees very often, angle, okay. You take this right angle, which is between the two perpendicular lines, make them into 90 equal parts, okay. But all these angles should be equal. Then each one of them is called 1 degree. That's why angle between the two lines is 90 degrees, because you made 90 equal parts. Okay, that's why 90 degrees are apart. There are some scale called gradient scale, okay, where this angle is made into 100 equal parts. Okay, then each angle is one gradient. Obviously, one gradient will be smaller than 1 degree because here we made 90 parts, here we made 100 parts. 100 parts, one will be little smaller. One may say I did not even talk about what is ray, what is angle, and all that. I'm not going to go too backwards, but you take one ray and another ray. From here, you go in anti-clockwise direction. How much angle you will turn, that is called angular something. All right. So I'm not talking about that, all the definitions. We already have some idea what is angle. So we're talking about two scales now. One is degree scale. This is also called the British system, I guess, where right angle is made to 90 parts. This is a French system, I think. It's called gradient scale, where they made 100 parts. So right angle here is 100 gradients. Right angle here is 90 degrees. There's not much use of these grades. We are not going to use nowadays. Okay. We're going to use British system, and later on we're going to use gradient system or part of SI system. Okay. So degree doesn't need much explanation. Of course, when you talk about further minute angles, that is, you take a right angle, convert them into 90 equal parts. Each small angle is called 1 degree. You take that 1 degree very fine small angle, zoom in, make them into 60 equal parts. Each of the small angle is called 1 minute. And take that 1 minute very tiny angle, that is a small angle, make them into 60 equal parts. Each of them is called 1 second. It's not time seconds or time minutes, degree minutes, degree angle in minutes and angle in seconds. Okay. If somebody want to write, they can simply write right angle is equal to 90 degrees, also equal to 100 radians. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Minutes, whatever it is. Generally, they write 60 minutes like this. And 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Which they will write with 2 dashes like this. Okay. This is basically the term, British system or a degree measure. What we are going to discuss is now more important. If I take a circle and take a sector, how much angle it is subtending? Okay. Or what is the length of this? If I take a sector, I want to know what is the length of this. That length will depend obviously on the radius. If I take same angle but more radius, please put on your videos, if I can see some people and don't feel like teaching just 4 walls or something. Please put on your videos, everyone. Otherwise, you are sitting in dark or something. Okay.
There's no power, sir, actually. Power cut.
Fine, fine. Vamsi, for you also no power? No, light is okay. All right. So Vamsi, I should say sorry to you first of all, okay? Because you missed trigonometric classes and you asked me. Somehow I was busy with the outgoing batch and I could not go. I would have taken these classes well before. And otherwise, when I was not well, I could ask somebody, but it's okay. No. Till some time now, we are not going to use trigonometry in an extensive manner because we are discussing inequalities, next logarithms. And next, in functions. I'm sure by the time we finish functions, enough of trigonometry will be revision will be done, and we'll be able to follow afterwards. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm talking about here is I have a sector with radius r and this angle is theta. This length is L. This L will depend on what? If I take the same angle but increase the radius, I'm sure proportionately the length of the arc increases by the same proportion. You can say L is proportional to the radius. Instead of increasing the radius, same circle, you increase the angle. Earlier this much length, now this much length. I think if you double the angle, this also will double. If you triple the angle, this also will double. So L is proportional to theta also. So L is proportional to radius and L is proportional to theta. So I can write L is proportional to r theta. Then there will be a constant of proportionality that I can take whatever I want according to the which system I use. I straightly want to take L equal to r theta. Okay, the formula for arc length is L equal to r theta. Of course, theta is in which system, degree system or something we have to define. I'll talk about that. Okay. Okay, so the formula is for very simple. If there is a sector, this is r, this is L, this angle is theta, this is L equal to r. I'm sure in physics, whenever you want to talk about one unit, that is you want to talk about 1 Newton, I'm sure you have this formula F equal to 1A. If you want this to be 1, this should be 1, this should be 1. We'll define that force which produces an acceleration of 1 meter per second square in a mass of 1 kg is called 1 Newton. Am I right? So like that in physics, anything else you want, there is a formula involving that quantity. Make all other quantities 1, that is the definition of 1 unit of that. Right? The same way, if I want theta, I want to define. I can take these two equal or these two both of them 1 unit. Theta equal to L by R. So I want to define radian scale. Okay, here I want to take radian scale. What is radian? I'm going to explain. What is 1 radian? This is a new angle we are using the word, not degree. Okay, what is the 1 radian definition? Is that arc whose length is equal to radius itself. Okay, how much angle that sector has, that is called 1 radian. You take a circle of radius 2 units and arc length of 2 units. That will subtend some angle. You take another circle of radius 5 units and take an arc length of 5 units. It will subtend some angle. They will be same. There will not be anything different because they put the same circle here. They perfectly match. Okay. If you take a circle of radius r and arc length is also r, how much angle it subtends? That is called 1 radian. I can define that. Usually, I'm not going to give notes so much because especially definitions and all, they are there in the textbook. They are there in our recent mains material in the beginning, all of them. So I generally don't write so much definition. But if somebody wants 1 radian definition, angle subtended by, okay, an arc of length r, okay, at the center of circle of radius r. At the center of circle of radius r is called 1 radian. That's it. Okay. So now L equal to r theta formula you can only use when theta is in radian scale. So let me give the formula first, that one. That if there is a sector, if this is r and this angle is theta, this is L. The formula for this in degree measure, I'm sure in earlier also you know, when you take 360 degrees, the perimeter is 2 pi r. So when you take only theta, it will be 2 pi r into theta by 260 if theta is in radians. So theta is in degrees. All of you know this, right? When you take full 360, the total perimeter is 2 pi r. When you take only this much, according to the ratio of proportionality with theta, theta is in degrees. And it is L equal to r theta if theta is in radians. If theta is in how will represent in degrees? We'll write 30 degrees. In radians, we'll simply write, say it is 3 radians. You can write 3 or you can put a C. We call it circular system or radian system. We'll put a C or don't put anything with the radians only. Now, one may say 1 radian is how many degrees? How to understand that? We'll discuss that. Apart from that, anyway, the area of sector also I want to talk about. Okay, area of sector. If we take full circle, area is pi r square, and if we take only theta into theta by 360 degrees, if theta is in degrees. Okay. Now, if theta is in radians, the formula is half r square theta. If theta is in radians. How did this come? I can explain something about it. Theta is in radians. Okay. Anybody have some idea about where from this circle area pi r square came? Before that, circle perimeter is 2 pi r. Where from that formula came? Anybody any idea? Anybody? The radius of circle is r, perimeter is 2 pi r. Where from that formula?
Sir, pi is ratio of diameter to radius. Diameter to perimeter, sir.
Yes, correct. The very definition of the pi is you take any circle, diameter, okay? Oh, sorry, perimeter by diameter. That ratio is always constant. Okay, and that ratio is only called pi. And diameter is 2r. Bring this here. Perimeter is 2 pi. Okay, that is done. So that's how perimeter has formulas come. Okay, area formula is pi r square. Anybody want to have some? Anybody has an idea how it will derive? Okay. There are different interesting ways of deriving things, but if you want exact way of writing, we have to use integration or some other methods and all that. Okay, we'll study in second year how to find area. But something at school level where people can relate to it. I'm sure you might have seen something of that sort before also. Okay. You take a circle, cut it like you cut a pizza. Okay, like this, like this. Okay, cut into many identical pieces like you cut pizza. Okay, one pizza piece you keep it like this. Okay, another one you keep it like this. 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 Okay, these are all different pizza pieces. Okay, so each piece one up, one down like this. This will come if you take very thin pieces. Okay, it will become more or less like a rectangle, roughly. What is this one length? It is radius r.
Radius, sir.
Yes. What are all these lengths and
L.
all these lengths?
N into L, sir.
That is perimeter only. All these are perimeter. Okay. So
Yes.
this is total is 2 pi r. So this is pi r and this is pi r. So it is roughly like a rectangle with this is r, this is pi r, this is pi r. So what is the area of this rectangle?
Pi r square.
Pi r. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anybody know about this way of doing deriving circle area before?
I just remembered, sir, after you said.
Okay. Of course, some of you might have seen this. There are a lot of ways, funny ways are there. You make them into, draw a lot of concentric circles of equal width. Okay. For example, let us say somehow I made a circle with a rope, turning the rope like this kind of thing. Okay. I cut it here. Each rope I'll open it. The topmost rope, when you open it, will come like this. The next rope it will come here. Next rope it will come here, here, here. Finally, very small. If you carefully see, they'll form a triangle. And this length is this full 2 pi r. This height is exactly this height radius. This is a triangle. Okay. Half into base is 2 pi r and height is r. 2 to cancel. You get pi r square. Okay. Anybody saw something like this before? Maybe some of you might have seen. Okay. Anyway, like that, there are some other interesting ways are there. Okay. Why I'm telling all that? This one also, I have a sector. I want to find area. I'll make them into thin pieces like this. Again, one piece like this, 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 one piece like this. Then what happens? This length L is partly here, partly here. So this is L by 2, this is L by 2, this is R. Right? So this is like a rectangle with this is R and this is L by 2. R into L by 2. Half LR is actually area. I can even write that also. Half LR. And L is R theta. Okay, here. When you put that R theta, you get half R. Okay. Is it okay for half LR for everybody?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so these are in degrees how to find the arc length and the area of the sector. In radians, how to find arc length and how to find area. Anyway, why are we discussing all that? Is to find a relation between 1 radian and 1 degree or the corresponding distance. If you take a complete angle, okay, complete angle in the radian system, how much is that? I want to know. I'll use this formula L equal to R theta. In L equal to R theta formula, my L is 2 pi R because I'm taking full sector R theta. So I'll get theta equal to 2 pi. So complete angle is equal to 2 pi radians. It is also equal to 360 degrees. In degree scale 360, in radians 2 pi. That's how we found relation between them. Divide with 2, we'll get pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so somebody wants to write, you can write these things first and then this one. Vamsi, are you able to follow, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, if I bring this 180 here, I can write after this 1 degree is equal to pi 180 radians. Pi is around 3.14 roughly. It's an irrational number. So if you use some kind of calculator and take pi by 180, you will get some angle. I don't remember exactly 0.0156 approximately radians. This one you can verify in the calculator. When I bring this divide pi here, 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees by pi. which is around 57.2 degrees roughly. And I take 180 by around 3.1. Okay. After for 10 minutes, this meet is going to stop. Okay. I'll send the same link. Same link only you can join. I will immediately start. Okay. You can join again. So 40 minutes and 40 minutes, 1 hour, 20 minutes, and we are wasting 5 minutes this way, that way. Every day, 1 hour, 10 minutes effectively, I'll be taking class. Okay. Okay. Now, whenever you want to convert radian to degree, multiply with 180 by 5. Whenever you want to convert degree to radians, multiply with 5 by 180. And there are some things which will be using quite frequently if I want to do them. So already I wrote pi is 180 degrees. And I don't mention anything is radians. Pi by 2 is 90 degrees. This is pi by 2 radians, this is 90 degrees. If you divide with 3, pi by 3 is 60. If you divide with 6, pi by 6 is 30. If you divide with 4, 45 degrees. If you divide with 10, it is 18 degrees. If you divide with 12, 15 degrees. We'll be dealing with these angles very often. 2 pi by 3 is 120 degrees. But in general, if they want to convert any angle into degrees, multiply with this. Okay. For example, they wanted to know 5 pi by 6 radians is how many degrees? 5 pi by 6 into multiply with 180 by 5. 5 pi will cancel. It will be 5 into 30, which is 150 degrees. Okay. Let us say they wanted to know, okay, 135 degrees equal to how many radians? 135 degrees into multiply with 5 by 180. Okay. This is 45 into 3, this is 45 into 4, will get 3 pi by 4. I'm not going to give a list of so many things, just to use this. Radians to degrees multiplied by 180 by 5, degrees to radians multiplied by 5 by 180. Just some examples, which we'll use quite often. Okay, clear? Okay, so now we'll use this little later. So in trigonometry, the very first chapter that you have in our mains material or even in IT, there'll be two kinds of questions. Some are based on the three standard identities, tan square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, based on the just manipulation. Some are based on, you have to know some formulas like sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, and a lot of variety of these formulas. So we're going to discuss about both. But as I told already, I'll just repeat the same thing. If you take a circle of radius 1 unit, or you take a circle of radius r units, whatever trigonometric value you want, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, turn that much angle this way in anti-clockwise direction. This tip, which is on the circle, will have some x coordinate and y coordinate. Here x is called cos theta, y is called sin theta. Theta can be anything. Theta can be between 0 to 90. It can be more than 90. It can be 1000 degrees, 10,000 degrees. With 10,000 degrees, you keep on rotating till you cover 10,000 degrees. Somewhere you will be there. Here also, if you want to turn theta, whatever is the theta, turn that much. The tip of that is x comma y. You will have cos theta is x by r. Sin theta is y by r. Okay, so for sine and cos, the definition, we don't need any triangle. Triangle doesn't have any connection to sine and cos. Of course, tan theta is simply sine theta by cos theta. That is the very definition.
Sir,
Yes, please.
why is like every time during when we consider graphs x-axis, why it is considered as cos theta and y-axis is considered as the sin theta, sir?
It is not y. They defined like that. Okay. For example, why this is called board? Okay. They would have called this a stool, right?
Like
Okay.
it's just a
From our
fact.
from our childhood, if they would have called the stool, we'll think it is stool, right? Okay. Why this is called pen? Okay. From the beginning, let's say they would have called this a chair. I will call chair. I'll say I'm writing with the chair. Okay. So some things will have explanation. Some things are just names. One may say, what is the sine theta? I did not like sine theta. They would have called Timbuktu theta. Okay. Some name Timbuktu. Don't worry. I'm just okay. They would have called what is it? Opposite side by hypotenuse as Timbuktu theta. Adjacent side by hypotenuse as Alkapalooza theta. Something like that. Then we'll be writing Timbuk theta whole square plus Alkapalooza theta whole square equal to 1. And all formulas. Okay? Just a joke, but I'm making a point. Okay. So the words that they used, you don't have to ask why they used that word only. Somebody started. Okay. Whatever the name they put, they will ask why name that name only. All right. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. So now, obviously, this distance, this is 0, 0. This distance is x square plus y square equal to r square. And when I divide with r square, we'll get x by r whole square plus y by r whole square equal to 1. And x by r is cos theta, y by r is sin theta. We got cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. Cosecant theta definition is just reciprocal of sine. Cos secant theta is reciprocal of cos and cot theta is reciprocal of tan. From this only you can get other two identities. You divide with cos square theta everywhere. You will get 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta, and that side secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. You divide with sine square theta everywhere. You will get cos square theta plus 1 is equal to cosecant square theta, and that side cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. Okay, so that's it. Only with this just distance formula, from that you can manipulate different ways. You will get all the three identities. Okay, so I'm not writing in a systematic manner all those identities and all. You know that. Just give some idea. All right. Okay, I'll discuss further about this 90 minus theta, those formulas, but especially those who missed the beginning class of trigonometry, apart from doing regular work, what is going on the present topics, apart from this class, you spare every day half an hour or 45 minutes, start doing that also, so that slowly we'll cover, especially those who missed. Okay, I'll just take note the book just to see how many questions are there. Yeah. This first year mains volume 1. In IP textbook, you can go through all the examples. You can do exercise if you want. I prefer doing this mains material first. Where question number 24 to 44. Okay. You don't need any, the three identities are sufficient in the mains material. Question number 24 till 44. I may discuss all the odd numbers in the class or some of them. Even numbers, at least you can try if you want to. All right. Okay. Okay. So in the class is about to end here. Then I'll start when we rejoin now. Okay. We're going to discuss about the sine 90 minus theta and all those formulas. Okay? Only the fundamental definition is sufficient to derive all those formulas. Okay? Very first formula I want to write sine 360 degrees plus theta